Good morning, friends. I hope you guys are doing good this morning. This has been a long overdue video for you all. 7 years ago, I put a video out on our Faith-Led Living channel on lymphatic drainage. I learned something very valuable from my deep muscle therapist at the time. And this has been one of our most visible videos with over 71,000 views on it. And I feel that it's really sought after. There's a lot of people that are dealing with lymphatic drainage issues. I had chronic lymphatic issues for what I thought was just 7 years, but being able to look back, it was probably much of my life. And what I'm going to share with you today is very valuable in helping the body and helping the lymphatic to drain. Additionally, since I put that video out, God blessed me divinely in getting led to breathwork. As I shared with you guys in previous videos, I was blessed a breathwork session. And within 5 minutes of doing that breathwork, my lymphatic system was gurgling and open without any manipulation whatsoever, other than my breath. And I was instantly enamored by that because I knew the power in that. Our lymphatic system is our garbage truck for our body. It takes out all the trash. And if our lymphatic system and our pathways are not open, our body can't naturally detoxify. The other thing is many people are out there trying to detox, yet their pathways aren't open, their digestive system isn't moving, and therefore they are like just creating even more havoc in their bodies, because what they are trying to detoxify is just recirculating through the body and causing them to be terribly, terribly sick. So the key thing in detoxifying is getting the lymphatic system draining, getting your bowels and everything moving and keeping them moving. So as I said, this is an overdue video because I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I feel our absolute, without a doubt, most valuable tool in getting good lymphatic drainage is breathwork. And I say that because, as I said, I had chronic lymphatic clogging going on. I was doing tinctures, I was doing supplements, I was doing rebounders, I was doing dry brushing, I was doing lymphatic massage, I was doing all kinds of things. I was soaking. Nothing compares to just the power of our breath. So I mention that so that you are aware of it. You can try it by going simply to my website, faithledhealing.com, and on the page you can sign up for my newsletter. You can it's one of the first few things you'll see, or you can just go directly to faithledhealing.com/newsletter. Sign up and you'll receive a 15-minute mini MP3 for anxiety and calming the body, and vital, very vital. We'll talk about that in a second. That'll give you a little taste of what guided breath work is like. Now, the real magic is in the hour. I do hour-long guided sessions, and I do them every Monday at 3 p.m. and every Friday at 10 a.m. That is Pacific Standard Time. You can go into the calendar and set it for your time zone. Very easy, but you can go to faithledhealing.com/calendar and sign up for an hour-long session. I promise you, you will be totally awed and amazed at the other side of the hour. And I know everybody says, I'm already breathing. How can this be beneficial? Well, we shallow breathe, we hold our breath. The guided breathing is a deep, nurturing breath, and you just continue from the beginning of the hour to the end of the hour, breathing nice and deeply. I kick it up a notch here and there, and please keep in mind that my sessions are faith-led. They are God-based. They are biblically based. God is present. God is our ultimate healer. He has designed our bodies in an amazing way, and I know that He led me to this to be able to share it with you, because it is extremely important for us to be able to take our health and our life into our own hands. And what better way to do that than utilizing our own breath? Now, the other part to this, and what I shared 7 years ago, is that we actually have some ports on our body that need stimulated to help get our lymphatic system draining. When you hear people talking about the dry brushing and any kind of lymphatic massage, I never hear anybody talking about this. And I've seen the proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to share this with you. This is going to be a little tricky to record by myself, but what I'm going to do is just do segments and share. I'm back again. I had some struggles with my other video and didn't realize it until editing, so I didn't change clothes just for this segment. But I'm going to do segments here. There are 4 different areas I'm going to show you, and there is a purpose in doing them in this direction that I'm going to show you, because as you do this, you are going to start the drainage going down, and as you get to the very bottom, which will be our feet, you will have everything draining down and suctioning down. That's just how our lymphatic system works. So the first portion of this is just right here. If you push, you'll feel it. There's a little cavernous spot in there, and if you just push on it, and you can do one at a time, it's going to be tender and you're going to feel it, and at that point you're going to start getting drainage. But it doesn't feel actually really nice. It hurts, and I'm not pushing super hard. They're just really, really tender. And as you do that, so if you have a sinus infection, this is a fabulous way to get things draining. Yeah, they're already draining. And just push on both sides. And you can see it's like right above the bulb of your nose, right in this little pocket. You will feel it. Trust me, you will feel it. It's going to be super tender, especially if you have some kind of infection going on, or if you haven't had good drainage in your lymphatic. Whew. Okay, so you start that with your nose. Now, I am going to link up another video for you for full facial lymph drainage and your neck, lymphs in your neck. Heather Whipple does a fabulous job, and rather than recreate that video, I'm just linking you up to hers. It's a great video to use after you've done this. Okay, so now the next ports are, and this is for men and women, our lymphatic is designed the same. So these ports are directly above your nipples. So you want to go like 2 to 4 inches above the center of your nipple. You will feel the pocket. Trust me, you will feel it. It's going to be tender. It's like a little cavernous area there too. And you just rub that and stimulate that circular motion. You don't want to kill it, but you do want to get a good massage there. If it's really tender and really sore, you may want to just do a little bit and then go back to it. But and my lymphatic is open and they're still tender, you know, so just rub both sides, really get that activated, and wow, I can really feel the drainage coming now through my sinuses. Once you open this and then you open this, it just really starts pooling. And as we continue to open the other ports, you will see changes. You really actually physically see the changes, especially in your legs. So I'm going to do the next segment on my legs, and I'm going to move the camera. Like I said, I'm doing this by myself, so a little tricky. Bear with me. Okay, so this right here is a melt ball, and I'm going to link you up to these in the description and across the screen. Melt balls are part of the melt method, and this is an amazing tool to have on hand and in your medicinal arsenal, because it's used to get the fluid flowing in your body through your fascia. Our fascia, when we get dehydrated, our fascia loses its fluid, and it needs help getting that fluid moving again. So I am going to do a whole segment and a whole video alone on just these, because these are a must-have. I've been preaching about these for years and years. These are amazing. I've been using these in my healing journey, but today we're going to use it then to open our feet, and I'll show you that in just a second. Right now, we are going to open our shins. So you can see my knees, you can see my ankles. Here is the bone that goes down the center of our leg, right in the middle. And you're going to feel it just like you felt, you know, the other tender spots. And you want to just rub down. On this one, you just want to rub that down, and you're going to feel it. You can almost even see the indent right there. There is a distinct cavern on each of these, and you rub this. And, you know, the thing is, as I mentioned, a lot of people don't know about this. A lot of medical doctors, even natural doctors, do not know about these ports. These are vital, and like I said, the proof is in the pudding. You'll see. So again, in between, right next to the bone, right there she is. Yep. So you just push on that. And there again, you can see the indent. There is a cavern. You will feel it. You will find it and nurture it, and just rub down and get that open and get that going. And then, you know, you're likely to feel your sinuses draining even more, because this is a suction. This is like a vacuum. So you get this draining and it starts pulling down. So now I'm going to do my feet. These right here, my friends, as I mentioned, I have a faith-led living channel. We live very traditionally, off-grid, homesteading, and I love doing leather work. These are my homemade sandals, leather sandals. So take them off, and I'm going to show you this. So you have your melt ball. If you do not have the melt balls, you can use a tennis ball. You can use a racquetball. A racquetball is a little bit too hard. You want something that has some give to it. If you use the racquetball and that's all you have, just go gently. So you just put your foot. Now, okay, I just want to make sure you can see that. Okay, so center of the foot, and you just really nurture the bottom of the foot. You will feel the port on the bottom of your foot too. The bottom of your foot, the whole thing is likely tender. You get up here at your toes, you can rub your toes, right behind your toes on the balls of your feet there. And there are balls of your toes, and you rub the arches of your foot. You can rub the heel, but the real opening power is in that center. And just put a little bit of pressure on there. You'll feel it. And just nurture that and rub that and get that going. And then you just do the same thing on the other foot and nurture that as well. And voila, your ports are opened. I'm gonna return the camera up here, but that's all that's involved, is just stimulating those ports in the body so that the lymphatic can really drain. And you may have other spots within your lymphatic that are clogged. That's where the breath work comes in, and that's what I've shared with you. Okay, here is some additional information that is really helpful for you folks that have fluid in your legs, around your knees, at your ankles. What I just showed you, you can do in the shower, and maybe open your feet prior to getting in the shower if you need to, if you don't have a melt ball that you can put in the shower with you. But when you're hot and your body is under the hot water, you can open the ports and get really good drainage. So either you have water on your hands, water on your legs, you can do coconut oil or soap or whatever. But what you do is, once all the ports are open, you take your hands around your legs and you push down, and you just take that fluid down through your legs. The question always is, where does it go? I really can't answer that. God has designed our bodies in such an amazing way. It just exits our body. And actually what it does is it goes through the lymphatic and out through our urine or our sweating. But you just take this and you just push down. There goes all my chunky water weight going down into my legs and into my port. Same on the other leg, just push it down and drain those legs. And you will see such a difference in your legs. Doing this daily is not a problem. If you hold a lot of water, I would highly recommend it. This will really help keep your lymphatic open and active and draining, and will help you with all that water retention. So I'm gonna get this camera upright and we will continue on with this lesson. Doing 10-15 minutes of breath work can really, within 5 minutes, I feel like great activation of the lymphatic with my breath work. Now, I'm also going to include a link down below and up above here at the end of the video for a woman named Heather Whipple. She does a really nice facial lymphatic drainage, and rather than repeating it, I'm just gonna link you to her. She does a great job, and I believe that when you open these ports like this and then do the facial lymphatic, you will see great results. That's how I started. 7 years ago, this is what I was using, and it was helpful. But I can't express enough how powerful our breath alone is. So I wanted to put this video together with these two aspects of lymphatic drainage so that you have them, and so that you know how to take care of yourself. If you are trying to heal, there are two things you need to be aware of. You cannot heal the body until you lessen the stress and de-stress and remove the stressful triggers from your life. And you cannot heal if you do not have your pathways open and your lymphatic and your digestive system moving regularly. It is vital, absolutely, without a doubt, vital. Now, I share all that because the reason in my practice that I am incorporating breathwork with integrative health is because, as I said, breathwork is extremely, extremely powerful. It opens the lymphatic, it activates the immune system, it can lower your blood pressure, it can calm the body, it can remove brain fog, it can help you to nurture anxiety, depression, PTSD. It can help with fibromyalgia and lupus and Lyme disease flare-ups and autoimmune flare-ups, in helping you to rebalance the body. When we rebalance the body, we find healing. Majority of what our world is experiencing with all of the different ailments and such is just an imbalance in the body. So the important part of the breath work is that it is like an all body activation. So you are taking yourself from the sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system, which means you are going from fight and flight into rest and relax, and that is vital. I guarantee you that the majority of you are walking around in a place of fight and flight. I was. Our bodies actually get stuck in that place because there's so much toxicity and we are not removing the stressors from our life, so we are just constantly in this vicious cycle of fight and flight. So by utilizing the breath work, you are activating your lymphatic system. You are getting your pathways open. The more you do that, the more the rest of your body follows suit. At the end of the hour of my breathwork sessions, people express to me, and I feel it myself, that I've had an all-over body massage. Why? Because we are relaxing every muscle in our body. We are getting oxygen to every place in our body. And we are removing our organs from being tightly clenched by everything that's really tight, and our bodies can function. So our digestive system is now relaxed. It can start working a little smoother and a little better. That's why I recommend that people join me every week for an hour-long session. The weekly sessions are extremely powerful. They're super gentle. However, they can detoxify the system, meaning that you just get too much activity in there. So an hour-long session is only recommended once a week, but the 15-minute little mini MP3 that I suggested that you download off of my newsletter subscription, it's a free gift to you, can be used as often as you like throughout the day. I recommend using it when you wake. I recommend using it when you need a break and to calm the body. If you're like I am, I'm in front of my box, I call it, my computer, or one of my iJiggers all day long working, because I'm a web designer and programmer by trade. I am now moving into the health arena, but I also educate on faith-led living and traditional living, homesteading and off-grid living. I'm at podcasting on both that channel and as Mountain Woman Radio, and also as faith-led healing. And I am stepping into the health arena heavily with my practice. So I've got a lot going on, and I'm in front of that box all the time. I am constantly walking away and giving myself time to be in the sun, to calm the body, to relax the body, to take walks, to be in nature. I am on my porch right now. At the end of this video, I'm going to spin it around and just share with you my view. This place nurtures my soul, and it's vital that we create spaces for ourselves, whether it's within our home and just a little corner that we make a happy place with a salt lamp and a diffuser and a place to read. I love reading my Bible in certain places on our property and in my home, my books. Just do things to nurture yourself. But I have to take breaks, and taking those breaks throughout the day and implementing breath work is really powerful because it really does calm the body and loosens our muscles. Our necks and our shoulders hold all our stress. When we take the time to do the breath work, it loosens everything so you don't have that chronic pain. And keep in mind that pain sends us into fight and flight. We're not supposed to have pain. We're not supposed to have headaches. We're not supposed to be imbalanced. But our world is just toxic, and that's just it's a fact. So by learning how to function in our world optimally is just key. So that's why I share all this with you. So the other thing is using that 15-minute MP3 right before bed. I just did a video on an amazing pillow that I received from my dear friend Chase Hill and his wife Sierra. They are from the woolshire.com. And nurturing ourselves into a good restful sleep is super important. A lot of times our heads are spinning, so I'm going to give you an added tip, and I'm going to do a separate video on this as well. But at bedtime, if your head is spinning, do a brain dump. Just before you get in bed, just sit down, either journal or write in your date book all the things that are spinning, all the things you didn't get done today that you're contemplating for tomorrow and you don't want to forget, the things that you need to add to the next day. Just get all that stuff out of your head and nurture yourself so that you have a clear head and you can calm and you can stop thinking about all that stuff. Get it out. And here's, if you don't do pencil and paper and you do electronics, Evernote is a fabulous app that syncs between your laptops and your iJiggers and all your devices. And you can find that by going to faithledhealing.com/Evernote. Great app. I've been using it for 7 years because I had tremendous brain fog and I needed like a second brain. And that's what I've been using. I've got like 5,000-6,000 notes in that app. And you can search it. It's very smart. It's a really good app. Check it out. Do a brain dump. Do breath work, the little mini MP3 before bed. Get yourself a good pillow, non-synthetic, organic pillow. Just relax yourself into a really good sleep. Get 8 hours of sleep a night. By taking care of ourselves properly, our bodies can run properly. So share all that today to help you to learn how to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and find healing. So I'm going to spin this around, share my environment, and I wish you guys really good lymphatic drainage and look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Love you all. God bless.